Tonight, 8 News is honoring veterans' voices. For many service members, years of combat exposure can lead to brain injuries that can really cause problems.
But now a UVA study, 20 years in the making, is using cutting-edge MRI technology to see those hidden scars. 8 News reporter Madison Moore has the story of one veteran and doctor looking for answers.
Deployed twice to the Balkans. And then my last deployment was in Iraq.
For 46-year-old Timothy Grossman, an indirect fire infantry combat veteran, high-level blast exposure was just part of the job.
It felt like, literally like you're getting hit in the face with these invisible waves of air, like just coming straight through you. I was kind of ambitious as a young soldier. I didn't want to carry the heavy bipod or the base plate, so I became a gunner really quick. My head was just inches from that tube as we were firing, just maybe 6 inches. You become disoriented, and you keep that all to yourself because everyone's probably going through it, but you're not going to whine about it. You're not going to complain about it.
Grossman, who was later diagnosed with traumatic brain injury and PTSD, says the cumulative effect of those blasts have left him with symptoms like stuttering and brain fog, invisible injuries that create frustration.
It's like sometimes you just get to the point to where you accept it. These guys that are in training, they're still getting a lot of exposures on the magnitude of thousands in a career, you know, to tens of thousands if they're staying for a couple of enlistments. So many stories where people have fallen through the cracks and their wives don't understand, you know, their family members don't understand. All these things are happening. They feel like it's their fault. And these guys end up taking their lives.
That's the driving force behind a new research study at UVA, which kicks off in November. Leading the team is Dr. James Stone, Vice Chair of Research in Radiology and Medical Imaging at UVA.
So this is really the cockpit of the scanner here.
In partnership with the Naval Medical Research Command, his team is using a brand new high-resolution MRI scanner to identify microscopic changes in the brains of 60 service members.
Are there specific signatures of changes within the brain that we can see with commercial MRI scanners that will allow us to be able to understand if a service member's brain has been altered as a result of blast and to what degree?
The study, backed by a U.S. Department of Defense grant, will focus on the delicate interface between the gray and white matter, an area of the brain historically difficult to image. Combining scans with cognitive assessments and blood tests, all of this data is layered with a new metric called the Generalized Blast Exposure Value, a single number that charts a service member's lifetime exposure.
An individual who has a generalized blast exposure value of, say, 10,000 or 5,000, that's a pretty low number. We see exposure values that go up to 20 million or more.
For veterans like Grossman, the study hopes to provide a pathway to treatment and, most importantly, moving the needle forward.
This work will inform a better understanding of what's going on within the brains of service members who are exposed to blast, so we can design and innovate better therapies to be able to treat service members that have this condition.
Grossman now dedicates his time to veteran advocacy and serves on the Community Advisory Board for this very research.
What this could have done is saved a lot of lives. If we do this and do this right, it can save people from, you know, thinking that they're worthless and that they have no hope. What they're doing is truly remarkable.